Welcome back to Java programming class. In this class, it is discuss about command line arguments. Let us do a small program and then we'll come to the PPT. Okay. So this is a simple class. Class name is practice. And it got a main method. We know that every Java program starts its execution from main. Okay. We already have gone through all these statements. What is public, static, and void. But in any of our previous program, we have never used this parameters. Okay, what is this? This is string, and the square braces says that it is an array. So we can pass a string array to the main method. So if I want to pass some arguments to the main, I can pass it. Okay, so let me save it. I have saved it on desktop. Let me open the command prompt. And compile it. Java C practice.java. So it's compiled because there is nothing in it. So there is no error. It compiled very well. So it creates a .class file. So Java class name is practice, the class name with main method, that is practice. So this is how you will execute your program. Here I can pass some arguments if I want. For example, if I say I am passing 1, 2, 3. Okay. So what will happen if I pass some extra arguments? These arguments will be assigned to the string args, this parameter. So this I can use in my main method, and if I want to do any processing on them or print them or do anything, I can do it. Okay. So for now, if I run this, it is showing no error because these 1, 2, 3 were assigned to the args. I am not using them at all. That's all. Okay. Let us try to use them. If I come back here and if I try to print system.out.println, so it was in args array, args of 0. That is the first element. I want to print it. Let me save it again. Go compile it. Java C practice.java. Then run it Java practice 1. Okay, I can pass more arguments also. I'm passing 3 arguments. 1, 2, 3. Let me run it. You can see the output is 1. So this first argument is the first element in the args array. Okay. So generally at the runtime, we don't know how many arguments will be given by the user. What should we do? The thing is that in Java, array is an object, and this particular array class has a particular instance variable known as length. We can use length to find out how many elements are there in the array. So I can simply write a for loop like this for int I is equal to 0, because array indexing starts from 0. I less than args, that is my array dot length, that is number of elements in the args array, I plus plus. So in this way I can access every element in the array. I can say that print args of I. Instead of 0, if I put I can print every element in the array. Okay, save it. Let us compile the program Java C practice.java. Then while you run the program Java practice, let me give the first argument 1, 2, 3, 4. Run it. So the output is, you can see it, 1, 2, 3, 4. Every element is printed. Okay, this is a simple way of understanding command line arguments. So here I am passing the command line argument while executing my program. After the name of the file, then I am passing these arguments. Okay. And to access the command line arguments, we are making use of this particular args parameter. We can access it. We can know the length of that is the number of arguments passed by using the length instance variable, that is member of the array class. This is one way to use the command line arguments. Let us go to the PPT. So a command line argument is the information that directly follows the program's name. We can see that after typing Java practice, then I am passing some information. So in our example, we passed 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that is a command line argument. So command line arguments are stored as strings. Okay, all these are strings in a string array, which is passed to the main. The first command line argument can be accessed by, because I am giving the name of the array as args, we can access it as args0. Second one is args1. It is not necessary to pass the length of the string array as in C. If we are doing the same in C, we should pass the length, because array class has a member which gives the length to the array. This is what we said, that array is a class in Java and it has a particular member, that is an instance variable which stores the number of elements in the array. That is the length of the array. args0 is not the file name. Okay, when I say Java practice is just file name. Whatever the argument I write ONE1, that is args0. But in C, args0 is a file name. Okay, this is the simple example we have seen. So we can print the element as we want. And while we execute this program, after Java file name, we should pass some arguments. Okay, this is about command line arguments. Let us go to the PPT once. Program once. So if I am passing numbers and if I want to add them, is it possible? Let me try this. Let me create a variable int sum. Sum is equal to sum plus. So if I am passing the arguments, it is a string. To convert a string into integer, we should use integer dot parse int. This is a method to convert args of I. Okay, then after the for loop, let us try to print the sum. System.out.println sum. Okay, or I can say sum is plus sum. Save. Let me compile this. Java C practice.java. There were some errors, I think. Int sum. Some variable might not have been initialized. Okay, let us initialize it. We should initialize that. Save. Compile. Okay, no errors. Then Java practice. Here I am passing the arguments 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will add all these arguments. Let me run this. Sum is 21. 1 plus 2 plus 3, 6 plus 4, 10, 15, 21. Okay. So this is how we can use command line arguments. Okay. Thank you, everyone. We will continue. We will discuss about arrays and nested classes in the next class.